Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 245. It is Thursday here in Cincinnati. It's hot, sunny, beautiful. I am hoping to have maybe a little bit more pool time this afternoon. It's just a gorgeous summer day. It is also 8/8. Today is August 8th, which is a high energy day for many reasons, most importantly because so many people put their attention on it, and so all of that attention amplifies the energy that's available for us at this time. And so I'm going to reflect a little bit on that, what's available for us and how to tune into it. First, I just want to acknowledge just the love and the support that I have been feeling and receiving from so many of you who listen to this podcast and who share in the journey that I'm taking, my soul journey here on earth. The first Gaia's Love Festival was this past Saturday, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was everything I wanted it to be and more, and the weather was perfect, and the people were beautiful, and the energy was so high and full of love, and it was really amazing. And I have been moving through the days since with just a lot of activity. We've had people kind of in and out as people were traveling through town. And then some creative work for the 8/8 portal that we did, Alicia and I did on Tuesday. And there's just been a lot happening. So I haven't allowed myself the joy, the gift of sitting and looking through the photographs and the videos and dropping all the way back into the feeling of last Saturday yet. And I will this weekend or early next week. I will for sure have time to do that. But right now, there's just a lot of 3D stuff that is keeping me very occupied. I had this awareness when I was meditating, preparing for today's podcast. I wasn't sure I was going to do one this week at all. It was sort of that kind of week. Like, I don't know. I don't really want to do any work. I'm just going to enjoy the magic of how I'm feeling. And then I realized, no, today for 8/8, a podcast feels important. I won't be hosting one tomorrow. I need to be with a friend tomorrow, so I'll be back on Monday in, full form. Hopefully doing all 5 days, but we have the last 2 weeks of summer happening here, so I'm not even going to commit to that yet. We'll just see what happens. But when I was meditating before this recording, the word honeymooning came up, and it's the best word, the best description of how I could explain how I'm feeling right now. So when someone typically gets married, there's all this planning and prep, and then there's this big event, if that's the way people choose to do it. There's this night or afternoon, evening where there's a lot happening and all this attention and vows are made, and then after it's over, the couple usually goes away, or this is very average how people do it. It's not how everyone does it. Many people will go away right after they get married and have that alone time, really just to rest from all the planning and to connect with each other and, seal the union of a marriage and just have that bubble of love around themselves. And it's interesting because when we see honeymooners, we immediately assign that energy to them. They must be in a state of bliss because they're on their honeymoon. And when we're not that, we would love to go back to that. And there's a whole bunch of beautiful energy in the word honeymoon. And when I was meditating this, I just kept picturing for myself just this feeling of that sweet bubble of love that sits around me, and And I don't really need a lot of people to be in it because it feels so good, just how I'm feeling. And also I can feel all the love around me, and so it's just a really beautiful, tender space that I find myself in. And I'm giving myself permission to fully enjoy that and to not feel pressured to have to respond to everyone and do everything and send all the follow-ups. It'll all get done. All the thank yous will be written, and every drop of the love that was sent will be honored and reflected and shared back. And also right now I'm just taking it in. It's so good. It's so good. I took some time off yesterday afternoon when everyone had left for their travels of where they were going. I laid in the pool. I was on this raft, this little plastic pink raft floating around in the pool, and we are blessed with trees all around us, and so it's a cocoon. When you lay in the pool, it's just this cocoon of water and sunshine and trees. And I had this beautiful music by East Forest playing, just this mystical, gorgeous sound that was floating around. And there was this one moment where I opened my eyes. I'm sort of hanging half on, half off the raft on my back, looking up at the sky. Sun is shining. I was just flooded with gratitude and love and joy, like such joy at where I find myself in my life right now, and the most beautiful ways that love and relationship and abundance keeps showing itself to me and manifesting. It's simply extraordinary. So I'm honeymooning. I'm honeymooning right now, and I'll come back into, all the activity and everything soon, but not just yet. Okay, so what I wanted to share was about the 8-8 portal. If you are not familiar with some of these terms, I really invite you to do a little Google search and see what resonates and leave what doesn't. What I understand, and this is what I'll share energetically, at the sun sign of Leo in astrology, there is this impression that I always feel of lots of light, lots of sunshine, lots of courage, everything you would associate with Leo the lion, this big energy that has a lot of presence and size and capacity and stage presence. That's how I feel when I tap into the energy of ones who are born in the sign of Leo. On July 26th, which is in this sign of Leo, right as we moved into it. Actually, is that true? I think that's true. Maybe we're still in Cancer then. Right around then. When we had the state of July 26th, the energy that's assigned to it is it's a galactic New Year. And Alicia had her concert here in my home on that night, and so the energy of it felt very big and galactic. She was completing her 12 Rebirth album, the tour that she's been taking, and she sang the album the whole way through, so we sort of journeyed through this theme of rebirth and resurrection and finding sanctity in the heart. It was amazing. And so we as a group here in my home and in the community that I hold, we anchored in this opening of this galactic New Year, which in astrology is the first day, the beginning of what they call the Lion's Gate portal, tuning into the energy of the lion in Leo. And so the way that it's explained in a lot of the research I've done is that this portal opened on July 26th on the galactic New Year, and then it is open energetically for us all the way through until August the 12th. Much like the wormhole that I've been sharing with Stephanie Azaria, I think is her last name, from the Cosmic Path, when she declared that or claimed that, and we all started to put our attention on it, the emphasis of many of us focusing on it at the same time made it a really powerful wormhole. So maybe these wormholes, I'm sure they have existed before, and yet because more and more of us are focusing on it, its power amplifies. It's the same for this Lionsgate portal. Lionsgate, this term and this focus has existed, I believe, all the way back to ancient Egyptian times. Again, I'm going on Google research, so you'll have to do your own and see what resonates for you. This portal, when we tune into it, it can mean nothing to us if that's the energy we assign to it, or it can be a really powerful movement from one awareness or one level of visibility or presence or light all the way through to this much more expanded version. A tunnel, a wormhole, but a very shorter version of it, and perhaps even more potent, even more powerful, because we have all this additional light coming in through Leo. So if this Lionsgate portal opened on July 26th, what happened for me at least, we started with Alicia's concert on that Friday. The next week, on Saturday, this past weekend, was the first Gaia's Love Festival. And then today is this 8/8 portal, which is, in the readings I've done, it's the most potent or high vibrational, intense energy of this whole time period. This 8/8 date is one that is much more powerful than the other days. And so we are sort of arcing over this 8/8 and coming to a close on 8/12. If you can see that as this light that opened on one end, rose up into an arc, is hitting its peak right now, and then is coming down rapidly and closing on the 12th. You can feel how much room there is for expansion and for awareness and understanding, for light to pour in, and any places that are not light to be revealed to us, to be shown to us. So what does all of that mean in very practical terms? It means you can go around through your day and everything will feel exactly as it always has. And the light and the energy will still be moving around you. And so if and when you are ready to receive some sort of match to that, at some point you'll have an idea, an aha that pops through, or you'll have a shift in a relationship, or something in your health will come forward, so you have to see it because you can't avoid it anymore. Something in your life will move when you are ready for that to happen. That's what that means with this portal. Whether you are engaging with it or acting into it or feeling it or not, it's happening all around you, and at some point you will be touched by it when you're ready. If you are ready and you're open and you're aware and you want to receive expansion or some beautiful new shift in how you understand yourself or how you're living your life, if you can be very intentional and very focused today, tomorrow, the next couple of days as we move towards the completion of this Lionsgate portal, if you can give yourself some time and space to be still and simply to feel, can you feel that there is more energy and light around you? It'll feel like when you sit in the sunshine and everything just gets warm around your shoulders, or when the sun is on the top of your crown, your head, and you can feel the heat on the top of your head. Or perhaps it's like someone's got their hand on the middle of your back, right at your heart chakra, and you can feel sort of a bit of pressure or a lot of heat from their hand on your back. It's a warm, loving, nurturing energy that wants to simply soak into the cells of your skin and come into your body and into your chakras. That's what this energy feels like. It doesn't want to hit you on the head or push you to the ground or burn your skin. It's a warming, an assistance, a welcome heat. It's like when you're laying in a hospital bed and they put a heating blanket on you. And you can just feel the heat soaking into your body, and suddenly the muscles can relax, and right, you can take a breath, and everything just feels a little bit easier because the warmth and the weight of the blanket feels so good. It's when I was little, we had this beautiful big bed that the kids would snuggle in with me when I first was going through my divorce, and I had a heating blanket, an electric one that we would plug in And it was the only bed that had a heating blanket like that. And when it was cold in the winter, I would turn the heating blanket on and we'd all like jump in the bed and it would be warm and toasty and the sheets would be warm. We'd just snuggle there and, be together for a little bit before it was time to go to bed and go to sleep. That snuggling in feeling, that's what this Lionsgate portal energy feels like right now. It's not harsh or sharp or hurtful or imposing. It's nourishing. It's energy that is coming into this field of earth to support us, to help us, to guide us so that those things that we really want to let go of, we can finally let go of. And those things that we want to allow in so that we can start being more creative or get into full alignment with our soul's purpose. All those things can start to come into play, can land in our lives in a very physical, real way. But we won't see those physical things until we start shifting energetically, until we practice allowing this warm light and support to come into our bodies. It's a very conscious choice. It would be like if I jumped into my bed with the heating blanket on and I was laying there really stiff like a board and not moving and not allowing myself to feel the heat. Why? Why would I do that? That's so silly, when you can just like relax every muscle and snuggle into the bed and right? Like, feels so good. It feels so good. That's what this energy is offering us. So we can pretend, it's not pretend, maybe for you it doesn't feel like there's anything there. If that's the case, ask your mind, body, spirit to allow that energy to come in, to allow the warmth to be felt, to remove any resistance that's preventing you from this amazing feeling. And also, like, you don't have to do anything, because at some point this energy is going to be all around us and it's going to melt our defenses. It just is. So it's okay if we need to resist or work through some more stuff, or if it feels more familiar to be in the struggle and the discomfort and the pain, like, it's okay. At some point that will shift, and when it does, it'll feel that much sweeter to you to snuggle up in the blanket and feel the warmth, because it's waiting there for whenever we choose to be ready for it. So that's what's available right now, and you don't need to do anything. You can simply tune into it and you will receive that. What has been so much fun for me this week, my friend Alicia Mathewson has been in town, and I've talked about her and shared her music, and so I feel like many of you are very familiar with who she is. We had decided a while ago, we put this placeholder in our agendas that we would do something for 8/8. We weren't sure what we were going to do, but something, which is kind of how she and I roll. And so when she was here, it was this incredible week of her concert and all this time to hang out and talk and just laugh and be together as a family, and then this amazing Gaia's Love Festival, and it was just so good and so full that we kind of both said maybe we won't do anything for 8/8. And then she pulled out her guitar. It was all over. She pulls out her guitar. We agree we're going to do something for 8/8. I get the giggles. Like, it was just so much fun. So we co-created this beautiful video of the two of us just sitting here in the room that I'm in right now, what I call my new earth room. And it's filled with tapestries and inspirational drawings that I've created, and just this amazing high vibrational energy. And we sat in here with a little video camera and a speaker and recorded this beautiful transmission of energy, tuning into where each of us are, she and I are, in our journeys as we move through this 8/8 portal, knowing that if we're feeling these things, there's a match for everyone else who tunes into that same vibration. And so perhaps our story, our words, our music, our joy can guide you and others into that same expansive connection to light and source. So we made a video, and then I tried to upload it. It's still trying to upload right now. It's pretty intense, high vibrations. So my computer keeps rejecting it, but it's going to happen. It's going up. So we have an event that's virtual that you can, I guess event isn't even the right word, an offering that's available on my website. And you'll be able to find it if you really need to or want to. It's under events. And it's called an 8-8 Portal of Light. And we have the video for today, and then over the next few days, I'm going to create I think 2 guided meditations. Alicia's going to do some chanting, and each day there will be some support as we walk through till the 8/12 on, I guess that would be Monday. And then on Monday we'll wrap up with a video chat to anchor in and integrate and settle this Lionsgate portal that has been so profound here on our planet. So if it's a match, you'll know. If not, I invite you still find some time and be still and tune into the warmth, the light that I know sits right around you. And practice releasing resistance and just allow it to absorb itself through your skin and into your chakras and into your blood and into your energy system, and allow that to revitalize you. Okay. I'm back, and I'll be gone again tomorrow. I'll be back again on Monday. And in between, let's keep honeymooning. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me in aligning with the optimal health of your mind, body, spirit in the virtual community of Viv's Energy Gym. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.